Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com. All right, I'm excited about this video because I'm gonna give you the 3 worst cardio mistakes that men constantly make that slows down weight loss or fat loss, okay? Here's the thing. You wanna lose weight, you're all excited, you can't wait to do everything you're supposed to be doing, and you wanna do more of it. And that leads me to the very first mistake, too much cardio. Here's the thing, especially if you're just getting started, you want to go slow, all right? The first thing I usually recommend is to lose weight, you gotta eat in a caloric deficit. So to lose weight optimally, you need to resistance train. And if you want rapid results, you need to do cardio. So what happens, people do all of them all together and they try to go all out without leaving room for improvements or progressions. So basically the one thing I start off slow is cardio, okay? So keep that in mind. Go ahead and start with your caloric deficit, you gotta do that. And when it comes to your cardio, then don't do it too often, because here's the cool thing about our bodies. Our bodies are built for survival, so they tend to adapt. They're very good at adaptation. So what happens when you're doing cardio every day, initially, guess what? You're creating more of a caloric deficit, so because you're burning more calories, so you are gonna lose more weight the first week, the second week, but then your body adapts. It figures out what you're doing and it becomes more efficient. So it's actually going to be counterproductive to do too much because you're becoming too efficient at that cardio. So your body's not going to ditch the fat, it's going to hold on to it. It's going to learn how to equate to the amount of cardio that you're doing. All right, so you wanna leave room for progressions. For instance, if you're doing cardio and I tell you, you're eating in caloric deficit, you're doing your resistance training, let's start off doing cardio twice per week. Well, twice per week is what you need to be doing and you're still gonna be losing a ton of weight. After week 3, after week 4, if you're no longer losing weight, then let's go with the progression and add a 3rd cardio session or 5 more minutes of a cardio session. That's how you wanna progress until you get to your end goal. Okay, you don't wanna do everything at once. You don't want your body to adapt at once. So that's the first mistake, is just too much cardio. Second mistake is the wrong kind of cardio. All right, you're gonna see guys out there that they're jumping on a treadmill, they're coasting on a bike, and they're taking it easy, but they're going all out 45 to 60 minutes. So 45 to 60 minutes, barely breaking a sweat. They're still able to have a conversation with their significant other or whoever's next to them on the other machine. Basically, when you're doing your cardio, it should be, and here's a 3rd tip, more intense, okay? Not only are you wanting to do more intense cardio, but you wanna do the right kind of cardio. So typically what I recommend is doing sprint intervals on a bike, on a rower, on a treadmill even, but you need to be able to go at a high enough intensity to where you really can't maintain a conversation for very long. You're out of breath because you're working so hard. So if you're sitting on a bike for 45 minutes to an hour, then it's obviously not very intense. So that is gonna be the slow duration, low intensity type of cardio. The people that can benefit from that, guys that are super ripped, super lean, bodybuilders, that's why you see them doing that. And it's not that cardio that got them that lean in the first place. It's the lifestyle habits that they've already created, the heavy weight training, the caloric deficits, and doing everything else that got them to a low enough body fat in the first place. Because once you do start getting really lean, then you need to start doing some low intensity cardio. However, you've got a long ways to go more than likely to get to that point. So I'm trying to show you how to get weight off optimally. And to do that, you've got to do more high intensity cardio, and you wanna make sure you're doing it a couple times a week, then graduating up to 3 times a week, then possibly 4 times a week. All right, so when I say intensity and my sprint intervals, usually what I recommend, 20 seconds. All out intensity, as hard as you can go, whether that's a bike, a rower, sprinting on a treadmill, as high intensity as you can go for 20 seconds, then rest for 40 seconds. 40 seconds to recover, 40 seconds breather, then do it again, another 20-second all-out sprint. So that type of intensity is gonna create a metabolic burn throughout the entire day, as opposed to the low duration cardio. If you're doing the 45-minute walks, the 60-minute walks, you're only basically burning fat for that little duration. And typically you're not starting out fast enough to even start getting into the fat burning stage. You're basically just in a warm-up stage. You're just elevating your heart rate slowly. You're barely getting up there. So you may get 5, 10, or 15 minutes of fat loss with that 45-minute session, but then you're done at the end of that session, as opposed to the high intensity cardio that you're doing for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and you're burning fat throughout the rest of the day because of the high intensity. But all right, I know this is a fairly short video, but I just basically wanted you to really pay attention to doing the right type of cardio, and hopefully you're not making these 3 mistakes. But if you are, know that it's not too late to change, okay? Just make these small little subtle changes and gradually implement this cardio. Do the right kind of high intensity cardio. And again, make sure you're working out with enough intensity. You're gonna get great results. Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions at all about these exercises or any other type of cardio you wanna try, then comment, let me know. Other than that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to our channel, and man, get busy, get after it, and God bless.